Your goal is to be a multi-millionaire famous actor. And they say, hey, would you be able to gain like 24 pounds of muscle by next? Is that too much to ask? You know, newbie gains. Yeah, sure. You know, I'm going to do it. Coach Greg, and today it's a Natty or Not video on Michael Jordan. But not the basketball guy, the basketball god, Michael B. Jordan, who played his most famous roles as being in Creed and as the villain in that Black Panther movie, okay? I'm going to go over his transformation. I'm going to say, is it possible that it was natural? What did he take? Was it enhanced? What's the scoop with this, okay? So, before I get into that, I am not his coach or his HRT clinic doctor. I have no relations to him whatsoever. I've never met him. So it's pure speculation, but I'm right 98% of the time. So you can, in fact, bet the house that I'm correct, and you'll only lose one out of about every 50 times. Just a small little background. Age 22, he was in the show Friday Night Lights. Scrawny little tiny dude, no real muscle. You know, I'm looking at his background, like, was he actually built at some point in his life? Did he have, like, great genetics for adding muscle and all that stuff? He was just a skinny little ectomorph dude. Clearly an ectomorph, okay? So somatotype, not good for adding a lot of muscle, but, like, relatively easy to get lean and whatnot. Not like an obese kind of guy. At age 27, this is 2014 now, he was in That Awkward Moment, the movie, and he was still scrawny. This 5 years later, he hasn't really, like, there's no change. He might have got a little bit more chubby. If anything, that's it, okay? Then, all kinds of changes start to happen. He gets offered a role. You are going to be a boxer. Yes. Just like Sylvester Stallone, you know, Rocky, it's going to be like that. Oh, wow, okay. You got a year to get in shape. And you're an actor, and your goal is to be a multi-millionaire famous actor. And they say, hey, would you be able to gain like 24 pounds of muscle by next? Is that too much to ask? You know, newbie gains. Yeah, sure. You know, I'm going to do it.
Like literally, you know, brown rice, grilled chicken, broccoli, a gallon and a half of water a day, and working out 2 to 3 times a day, 6 days a week for about a year and a half. And then your body will change.
I'll train 7 days a week, 2 to 3 hours a day. I'll eat brown rice. I'll eat chicken and broccoli. And I'll eat 6 or 7 times a day. And I'll drink 1.5 gallons of water. And I'll train really hard. I'll go to failure all the time. I'll just, yeah. And I'll do it. So what happens? He does it. So just another side note. A lot of people asked me to do this video, and somebody said that this More Plates, More Dates did it. So I watched it. He did a video saying, you know, what did he take to get there? And I'm like, oh yeah, I wonder how he's, as if he would know even remotely what he would have taken. It's not like he's his coach. And then I watched the video, I'm waiting, and it basically says he took nothing the entire time. Maybe he took creatine. And I'm like, I mean, he seems pretty intelligent, but he certainly missed the mark here. So if you went all in on More Plates, More Dates, you just lost your house because he is wrong. Sorry, you're wrong. There's no way he did it natty. Come on, use your brain here. He used it about 50% to its capacity. So he's not like a complete moron. He just, I think he wanted to give the general audience the feeling that they could achieve that naturally, which some could. Elite genetics could do it.
Secret? There's no secret. There's hard work and a lot of sacrifice.
So, how did he get ripped? Did he use supplements? No. He cut out sugar. He cut out pasta. He cut out bread. Why the heck would he stop eating French toast? Why don't these movie stars hire me? They'll get in way better shape, way less suffering, and not rebound. He also cuts out dairy. Come on, it's 2020 now. Well, this was like 2000 and in the teens. But yeah, It's not important to cut out dairy. What is he, friggin' lactose intolerant? What's the problem here? You're telling me you have to cut out Greek yogurt and cottage cheese from your diet. Does that make sense to get ripped? No, it's a 0 sense. It's a stupid idea. So he's doing a stupid diet and just giving the media what they want to hear. The chicken, rice, and broccoli, the training 2-3 hours a day, the eating every 2 to 3 hours, and I train like a madman, and that's how I gain all my muscle, and look at me. And they don't even say, hey, we're using any of them there PEDs. They don't say it. They just ignore it in every stinking interview because no one's going to openly discuss that. And oh yeah, were you on SARMs? No, they're not going to talk about it, but we know what they're doing. Maybe if they weren't, they would actually say, hey, are you? And he would say, no, 100% natty. All I did was broccoli. But anyway, they want to have the image that it's natural. And if you're a movie star and you openly admit to doing these things, like say you're the Wolverine, and you know, the Wolverine, X-Men. You think he's gonna come out and be like, well, yeah, I got so jacked because I was taking tests GH Deca. No! They can't say that. They might get fired from their movie role. People are so judgmental. You can't openly admit to these things. It's almost like it's some crazy like class 1 drug or something that they, oh, I can't admit to that. Oh yeah, I took this, and they'll get fired. They can't, it's the same thing, okay? They have to be secretive with what they're doing. Is it possible that he did it natural? It is physically possible for, say, 1 in 100,000 people to do what he did natural. So it's not like it's not possible. It's like possible to get hit by lightning twice in the same day. It's not likely, but it certainly happens sometimes. So his chances are very slim, but it's possible. But why would he do it natural? Why? What incentive is he to do it natural? It's not like being natural or not natural is like going from a male to a female. It's not like a life-altering decision like, I'm transgendered now. I'm going to cut off my yooty-doo, and I want to be a girl now. He's not contemplating a freaking sex change here. It's, should I take Rad 140 and MK and GW? Pfft. It's not like, oh my God, it's almost like saying, am I having fish for supper or freaking steak? This or that. I go to my HRT clinic doctor. Well, what are we gonna do? I wanna look good for this movie role. Okay. Well, we can do test 200 milligrams a week. We do DECA 150 milligrams a week. We can do some peptides for healing, TB500, PPC 157. What else can we do? We could get some MK677, maybe some 1 or 2 IUs GH. What else can we get? Well, let's add in some peptides. Let's do some Sermorelin and some CJC 1295. What else can we take? Well, let's kick some of that VOM. You know, that's going to be good. What else can we take? Well, I know, let's get in some of that HCG. I am not making this stuff up. That is, everything I just listed is stuff that HRT clinics in the US are prescribing clients of mine and people who do phone consults with. You can legally do all of this. So it's not like he's even breaking the law. He could take every single thing I listed with no like, uh-oh, I'm a bad human, I broke the law. I was going 129 kilometers an hour on the highway in the 100 zone. Oh, I was going 100 miles an hour in a 60 zone, whatever. It's breaking the law. It's not even breaking the law. So taking all that would be less that bad than texting and driving. It's not like it's a criminal thing here. So why shouldn't he do it? Oh, I want to be famous movie star. And I can take all this stuff legally and get to my goals 5 times faster for sure. It's choosing between fish and steak. It's like, I don't know why people think it's so shocking or like, is not. Where is this major decision in life where natural or not natural is so crazy? Oh, I'm a woman. I want to look better. I'm going to get breast implants. How many girls get breast implants? Do we have a breast implant or not channel on YouTube?
And by the way, they're real and they're spectacular.
Oh, is Pamela Anderson's boobs real? Were they real? Let's go back. Let's ask Doc Boob Guy. Is it natural? Oh, I want hair extensions. Oh, you can't admit to it. It's a secret. No one can know about your hair extensions. Whoa, you dyed your hair? Oh, was he naturally a blonde or not? Asking the question. It's simple, like simple, super simple stuff. Lip fillers, murmur, and Botox. It's all simple things. You think that's any more of a big deal than a guy saying, I'm gonna take some Rad 140 because I wanna put on 5 pounds and burn off 10 pounds of fat for a movie role? It's not a big deal. Why shouldn't he take some kind of a PD to look better? Is there a testing federation in cinematography? All the action heroes like Captain America has to go in for testing random to see if he's taking anything to help him beef up a little bit for a movie. No, there's no it's not cheating. So they're doing it. Why wouldn't they? Think of it. If you were going to be hired for the movie role, would you do it? It's not even illegal. You can do it legal. You have doctors helping you. You have supremely knowledgeable coaches. And it's for millions of dollars, and it's your dream to do this? And they're not even using crazy doses. I'm not saying dudes on 1,000 Tren are doing some Erik cycle here. Basic small amounts to get to where he's at is all he needs. He doesn't need to put on 50 pounds of muscle and win the Mr. Olympia. It's a small cycle, we'll call it. Very minor amounts to get a much needed or much required physique change to act in these movie roles. How can people think that all these actors are natty? And then when you say they're not, oh my God, they're not? Zac Efron? Why would he be natural? Why? You just watch this video, pretend I switched the name to Zac Efron. Why in the world would he be natural? Why? What benefit does it get to him? It makes it easier. He's going to change more. He's going to look better. He's going to get more money. He's going to get more notoriety. He's going to have the better acting job and be more the person. No different than the woman that wants to be the supermodel on whatever show, Baywatch, whatever it was back in the day, to look good and to meet that role and be rich and famous. All you have to do is get implants and Botox and put some filling in your lips and dye your hair blonde and get hair extensions, and you're a multi-millionaire female, and maybe do a booty pose on Instagram once in a while. This is how simple it is. It's not a big deal. So back to his training, okay? So he's getting ready for this boxing role, and he's exhausted. He can hardly get up the next day. And then he has to train with boxing like 3 or 4 times a week, train with weights like every day, and go to the gym and do cardio and diet and travel. It's a nightmare. And then he has to film. And you want him to do it all natural when he has all these methods to help him. All he could take is some GW and feel much more rejuvenated and have better cardio. Is it a shocker if he took it? No, of course he is. Think about it. Then, okay, now we loved your body in Creed. Now you're the villain in Black Panther. We need you to be imposing.
But this one, I just wanted to get bigger, being the antagonist, being the quote-unquote bad guy. I wanted to look intimidating on screen.
Bigger, stronger, faster. Ever heard of those words? So what do? Start bulking up.
Put on about 15, 20 pounds of muscle, fight trained, gun trained, mixed martial arts, weapons, a lot of weapons training.
You do it natural? Why would he do it natural? He says he gained 15 to 20 pounds of muscle for that role. In a year, maybe a year and a half of training. You really think he did that after already getting his newbie gains of 24 pounds of muscle for Creed? No. Now, mind you, these actors are morons, and they actually think he didn't gain 15 to 20 pounds of muscle. Whenever somebody says what they gained in a bulk, it's half fat and water and half muscle. 15 to 20 pounds of muscle, if somebody says that they gain that, that's code for 7.5 to 10 pounds of muscle and 7.5 to 10 pounds of fat and water. That's the real truth. So he didn't gain that much. He gained some fat, that's for sure. Okay, and 24 pounds for the Creed role, I'd be suspect. I don't know if maybe he didn't gain quite that much. Maybe they're rounding up, but 24 seems like such a specific number. Why would he have made that exact number up? If he was making up a number, I would have said 20 pounds, 25 pounds. You know, it's just 24. It seems like he probably weighed himself before, after. I don't know what he did to know, whatever. So let's add it up. So for these two movie roles together, he's gained 24 pounds of muscle, and then he claims 15 to 20 more, so that'd be like 40-ish pounds of muscle. We gotta round it down because he's exaggerating because some of it's fat. So let's say 30 pounds of muscle. You really think this skinny kid grew up skinny kid ectomorph? He's 22 skinny with hardly any muscle. Then he's 27 with hardly any muscle. Then in 1 year, he gains like 20-something pounds. And then like another 2 years after that, he's suddenly up 30 pounds of muscle from an ectomorph. Do you know how long it took me to put 30 pounds of muscle on? About 10 years. Do you think I have better genetics than the villain in that movie? Than Michael B. Jordan? Either Michael Jordan. They both beat me in basketball. I'm sure Michael Jordan here, B. Jordan, is 6 feet tall and about 182 in his leanest shape. I'm much shorter, but much bigger muscle. I have way better genetics for putting on muscle than they both do. They're both more ectomorphic, okay? So how did he gain muscle 3 times faster than me with good genetics? Natural. Because he's not natural. Wake up. Anyone still watching this, subscribe and like the bell. Subscribe, bell button. And if you're this far into the video and you still disagree with me, what is wrong with you? You're clearly a moron. But you're at least smart enough to watch this entire video so that you're no longer a moron, just an idiot. Maybe by the end of the video, I'll convince you. So how does he get away with saying he's natural? Well, we have to eat all this broccoli and chicken, and I can't go to the clubs, and I have to sacrifice this, and I train to exhaustion, I train to failure all the time, and I'm just willing to put in the work that others aren't willing to do, and that's how I got my body. So then all the audience that watches these interviews think, well, geez, he just works hard. He's not like that Greg guy who's not natty. He's a loser because he took Rad 140. They judge you because you openly admit to taking something. And if you claim natty and you're lying, then you're lying on purpose because you don't want to be judged by all these people. Women don't get judged like that. Are we judging women for getting hair extensions and breast implants and Botox and lip filler? Maybe when their lip filler is so big and they look like idiots. You know who you are out there. What is this? Body dysmorphia is taking over. Go get some professional help. I mean, come on. If it looked better and if anyone literally liked it more, fine, do whatever you want to your body. But why are you trying to look worse on purpose? You think it looks better, but it doesn't. Oh my goodness, that's bad. You know who you are and you've seen it. Every one of you knows this. I feel like I'm Seinfeld, just pointing out obvious statements that everyone knows is redonkulous. It's gone insane. So I don't know if this Michael B. Jordan is a moron or his coach is a moron. But he's like, we got to bulk up for Creed 2, gain bigger muscles, and then we got to cut up. And so what we're doing is we're doing more calisthenics, and we're doing sit-ups and lots of that stuff and like lots of pull-ups because we got to get ripped. Calories in, calories out, not sit-ups up and sit-ups down, leg raises. It's complete myth. The sit-ups does nothing for your abs. I don't train abs, just so you know. Ab training can actually thicken the waist, develop more muscle, bigger waistline. Not going to make your waist look smaller, which is what everyone wants. Last, perhaps least, the dude is in his 30s now and he's still growing. Genetics, eventually Father Time catches up. So if he had trained his entire life from the age of 15 and looked the way he does now, I would be like, the dude is natty. Like, what? Why not? So it's not like he's pushed his body so far beyond the realms of normal. Like, you can't be, I'm bigger than him and I'm natural, so you're stupid because I did it. Just because you did it doesn't mean that he did. A lot of you are going to have way better genetics than him, and you're not going to be on a movie role traveling and doing what he has to do to try to get that muscle. And there's so much pressure. Why would he do it natural when he doesn't need to? So don't write any comments. It's just a waste of a comment, okay? So, in his off season, he's smart here. Stays within 1 to 2 months of being in shape for his movie role. Okay? That's important. You don't all have to be that lean. 3 months out of shape, but something respectable. Don't gain 50 pounds in the off season. Body fat percent for these roles. Some of you probably think he's like 5% body fat. Why? Because you see guys like Terry Crews, the movie star, super jack guy with the chitty bones, you know what I mean? And the funny weightlifting, and America's Got Talent, the whole thing. He claims he's 4% body fat. Like, what's wrong with these people? So what is he gonna be? Negative 4% in contest shape? It's so stupid. So people have no idea about body fat percents. So in the Panther role, where he's the villain, you know, he's like 15% body fat, which is lean, and you can see abs, okay? In the movie Creed, he's probably in that 10 to 11% zone. Maybe he's 9. I doubt it, though. They're probably taking diuretics, you know, flushing out water to get that extra shredded look for the role, because it's important to look their best on that fighting sequence. And the lighting and everything is going to make them look leaner than they are, like to the max effect, okay? So I doubt his body fat is under 10%. And they take the best picture at a certain time when your chest is, you know, you do it the right way, my chest will twitch or something. They doing all that stuff with the boxing pictures and they look lean. You know, 10, 11, 12% as his leanest. 15% Black Panther, and maybe off-season he's maybe 20% tops, okay? Respectable body fat, that's all you should do, okay? So click subscribe, bell button, and go to my website, gregdoucette.com, gregdoucette.com. Come on. Hire me for coaching, all you movie stars. Or Greg Doucette, IB Pro, Instagram me. And check out another Natty or Not video over here and another Natty or Not video over there. This is what you're watching. This is what you like. Till next time, I am out.